So I think that resolved the problem, if you want to call it that. Again, I don't think this is going to be 100% efficient, but it's going to be as close as I'm ever going to get it. There's an argument to sink off any excess coal that I'm getting. So obviously the coal is piled up. I don't know if it's going to stay piled up. Like if I were to drag this bit out, would it still be going one for one? I don't know. It doesn't look like it's like stopping that much anymore. Like it's stuttering because it's trying to get into a lower belt. I think. Let's see, are these operating at 100%? 98. Might just take a little bit for that to change to 99. 98. Or not 99, but 100. 88. Okay. We'll leave it. I think it's okay. So all that's left to do is build the train station. So that I can move these back to the overstock area and not have to run 15 minutes every time I want to get some steel beams and pipes. So let's get that taken care of. Some of my stuff is still down here, but I don't have space for it. So I'll put a storage up here and dump my stuff and then come back. Looks like there's also a limestone deposit here, so if I did want this little area to make some encased beams, I can do that. It is a normal deposit. I wouldn't have that much concrete to work with, but I think it better to build an area where I'm actually making the encased beams instead of just like forming them kind of randomly wherever I'm getting coal and iron and limestone. Okay, so let's take out the stuff I'm going to assume that I need. Throw in things like that. Probably don't need that much cable. Need some of those. Those can go. Probably gonna need some wire and quick wire. Motors, rotors. Alright, let's start there. So, train station will be right here. Put it down very end, per usual. Then we're gonna do 3 empty platforms, hopefully. Ooh, no. Almost. Good thing I have this jetpack, man. That saved my life a couple of times. Yeah, so I want this loaded into the 4th car, just because I know that car is not going to be full all the time. I could do like the 2nd or the 3rd car, but I did the quartz for the 3rd already, and the 2nd car is always going to be kind of heavily loaded, so we'll throw it right here. Here for belt, because Princess make set to load, that's perfect. And throw some power on this. We'll need a train. And 4 freight cars. A little bit of the railway down here. If you're wondering why I'm making a second train, because this train is specifically for going back and forth between this station and the area that we're organizing our stuff in. It will not be going to any of the other stations. It will pass through them because it's going to use the same tracks to do that, but it will not be actually stopping at those stations. It's just going to go from this station to the overstock station and back. Reason being is that I don't want this train picking up stuff that it can't hold, and then this area gets overstocked because, or oversaturated, I should say, because there's nowhere for it to go to. So that's my thought. Maybe I'm overthinking it a bit, but let me have to go back to this difficulty of every time I build a train, I forget how railways work. The hardest part is just going to be clicking it into the other set of tracks. Especially because I'm actually higher on the world than I am for the normal train tracks. Probably by about 20 or 30 meters. So I'm going to have to bring the train down a bit. And we remember what happened last time I tried to add some verticality to the train tracks. So hopefully it's not too much of an issue. Hoping. I don't remember how I did this last time. I want you to go there. You to connect. Right here. Perfect. All right. Now that it's wrapped out on itself, the train can get back into the station. And I just need to make the railway, so I'll be back when that's done. When I was just a baby, my mama told me, son, always be a good boy, don't ever play with guns. But I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. But when I hear that whistle blowing, Bow my head and cry. Alright, back at the station that does the rubber and plastic and the circuit boards. See a nice long ramp here and some spaghetti rail. So I definitely like grossly underestimated like how far down this track was compared to the like building I put. I said it was like 20 or 30 meters. I think it was closer to probably like 40 or 50 meters, which using 2-meter ramps is actually kind of hard to like get to come down. So it comes down, and the train, like everything over there on that side of the track and everything, I think is fine. It's just here that I'm not really sure about. So the idea is that the train will, you know, do its loop or whatever. The regular train, the first train, will go down the path like it's supposed to. Then this train, the new train, will come this way and loop back in and go back to that station. And when it comes in, it will, you know, go that way and onward. So I'm gonna try to jump on it and see how that goes. I'm also not sure if the train can go up that ramp. I just saw how like fast it came down the ramp, and in my head I was like, oh, it'd be fine because like they've programmed the game so that you know, the ramps and stuff won't affect the train speed or anything. But I just saw how fast it came down the ramp, and I'm a bit worried it's not going to be able to make it up now. I guess we're gonna find out here in a second. So I'll meet you once it gets back to the station we just came from. All right, we're pulling back through the station. So if I did this correctly, it should go right here and then try to go up this ramp. And then the other question is it going to be able to get up the ramp? It doesn't seem like it's having any difficulty. I mean, it's going a little slower than normal. I would jump in and see how fast it's going, but I don't want to like stop the momentum that it has by accident. But yeah, you know, it looks like it's working. So there's only one other issue that I was thinking about, and I was trying to fix it. Well, it's kind of like two issues in one, I guess. But I was trying to fix it when I was building that little part of the train station with the weird kind of connection. Don't want the trains to run into each other, obviously. To my understanding, the trains will stop if there is another train on the tracks, if there's a path signal there. But when I tried to put a path signal down, it just told me that the path looped on itself. So I'm not sure if that means that because of the train tracks are just one big loop and not like two tracks kind of connecting and splitting off from each other, that I can't do a path signal, or if that just means that the way that I have it set up is incorrect, maybe. I'm not sure. So I'm gonna have to just pray that the trains don't ever meet each other at the same time. Like, I don't know exactly how I would fix that. So now that we're back here, all that's left to do is set up the loading procedure here. I don't think I have enough. Yeah, nowhere near enough inventory space to take all this back with me. And essentially the loading procedure is just going to be a really, really, really tall conveyor lift that goes all the way up there. And drops everything off because I don't know how else to do that. So Could put both of them on the same conveyor lift, you know, through the use of a splitter or a merger or whatever. But this way just seems easier, honestly. You know, I thought I was getting close to being build limit, or not the build limit, but at the height that I needed to be at. I'm nowhere near it. I'll have to build some foundations to get out there. Just getting a little bit too far away from my trains, from my lift. I like to think that this lift is enough, but I don't think I'm quite there yet. Let's go up to the platform. And we'll build out from there, and then I can wrap it back on itself. Hopefully it's close enough that I can do that. And I know it looks kind of tacky to like have just a tower of conveyor lifts coming up, but I mean, how else would you get something, I don't know, 300 meters up into the air at this point in the game? I am fully expecting to have to go back for the more encased beams, wouldn't I? This will at least start feeding the oh good, I have a ton in here. Man, it's a good thing I grabbed so many when I left. Technically, I don't even need it to be a tier 4 belt, since I'm only producing, what, 120 or something a minute. I like them getting there faster, so. And now for the same thing with the steel pipes. Perfect. And I can just throw a merger on to this belt. It's going to slow it down in the right now, but once both the belts catch up with all the stuff they have in them, it won't be a problem anymore. Hopefully I can catch the train on the way out, man, because I do not want to have to run all the way back. Thank goodness. Honestly, if I were gonna go back and build this again, I might actually just build the train first, like the train station first, and deal with the consequence of not being able to know, or not knowing what where I was gonna build everything and how it was gonna come out. Because running back and forth, this was about 4 hours of recording that it took me to build all of this. And part of that is, you know, just me like taking time to run back and forth between things, but yeah, like I'd say at least an hour of it would just literally mean running from one point to the other here on the on this build. But it's done. So we're producing what, 15 times 9, so we're producing 135 steel beams a minute. Then steel pipes, we're doing 60 per minute. So that's pretty good, I would say. It could be improved a bit, but I think for where we're at right now, that's pretty good. We're going to keep the foundries that are at the kind of main base for right now as well, just to keep our supply high. But I don't think that's too bad. I am heading back to the overstock area just to make sure that I put the steel beams and the steel pipes on smart splitters, otherwise they're going to dump everything into the sink and I'll just be sinking things for no reason. So I'm actually kind of glad that I can see the train pulling into that station. This will answer my question of if it's going to, I don't know if I said this before, but the other issue I was worried about was if the train is in the station and this train is behind it, is the train going to slow down because it's not technically stopping at that station? So is it going to slow down, or is it just going to ram into the back? It's making me think it's going to ram into the back. Yeah. Jesus Christ. Right. So I wasn't ready for it to do it quite that fast. So let's geez, how do you fix that? Got absolutely just barreled into it, man. What's wrong with you? So if I put a block signal back here somewhere, wherever it will let me, obviously. Yeah. How do I fix that? Not sure why this train's not leaving. Oh, the auto driving might be off, actually. Okay. Okay, you go somewhere. You're gonna come with me. I'm gonna put it at the other station so that doesn't happen again, while I try to figure out try to stop that from happening. I guess it didn't consider it stopped at that station. I'm just gonna. But you know, I have to run all the way back over here. Let me really quick. I mean, the train, I don't know, man. I'm unsure of what to do in this moment because I don't want the trains colliding while I'm like off somewhere. Whoa, where are we going? I forgot it's not on self-driving, so it's not going to switch the track things for itself. Hopefully I can get far enough down the track that I don't hit it, but I'm out of the way. Why do I feel like my train's going faster than that train? Okay, I'm gonna leave the train right here. That way it won't get in the way anymore. Yeah, how would you go about making sure the trains don't just ram into each other like that? I wonder if I put one on each side, so because like it says like the track loops on itself, right? So it's saying it also in the my brain's not functioning anymore. It says here, be sure to set up signals in both directions for bi-directional. Technically, the rail's not directional. It's supposed to only go one way, but the game might not know that because the track loops on itself. So maybe if I set a signal up on both sides, it'll make sure not to go through the station until that train has left it. Let me try that. That doesn't hurt. And the pass signal, I'm assuming, is no different. Well, golly gee, Batman, how do you fix that? Okay. Like I said, I've been recording for now almost 4.5 hours, and this is something I'm so not familiar with the trains that I don't really know how to fix this. And unfortunately, I don't have internet access right now. So I'm gonna take a break. When my internet comes back up, I'm gonna do a little bit of research on how to fix this. And then in the next episode, I'll come back and see if maybe I can fix it, or if I'm just gonna have to go in and kind of tear down the way that the tracks are set up. So thank you so much for watching. Very much appreciated. I'll catch you in the next one.